Ooh, what's up, Internet? I don't even remember if I know how to do this. We're gonna do a pickup video. So, I know I have some explaining to do. Video game hunting kind of fell to the wayside when we went to Retro World Expo because I was a vendor there. Did about 60% of what I wanted to do, to be honest. I'm not going to talk exact numbers, but I had goals. I didn't quite meet them, but it was still a really fun time, and I'm definitely going to be doing it again, maybe at other conventions also. I definitely, I would say, over-prepared, and I was surprised at what people were actually interested in at the convention as opposed to what I assumed they'd be interested in. And because of that, I feel like I kind of wasted a decent amount of money acquiring things that I'm just going to end up selling on eBay leading up to the convention that I probably could have just sold before the convention to no disadvantage to myself. But anyway, I've been spending the last few weeks basically getting my eBay back in order because the convention kind of screwed that all up. I took everything down from eBay, and I had been holding stuff back from being listed, like I mentioned, because I thought it would do well at the convention. Stuff like Earthbound, Chrono Trigger in the box, stuff that I was planning to get rid of that I could have listed on eBay, but I would have rather sold it at the convention, and it just didn't work out. Like, people just weren't interested. It was really weird. I have a Yoshi's Island not for resale cartridge that I don't think a single person looked at the convention, which is mind-blowing to me, to be honest. But stuff like random PS2 games would sell. It's whatever. So hopefully in the future, I will be better prepared by spending less time preparing. Just, the knowledge is more important. But anyway, that's 2 minutes of rambling, but we're here for a pickup video. I have been accruing things while I've not been filming, and I wanted to show them so I could feel better about putting them away. The first few things, non-video game related, so I'll go over them real quick. I was not 100% sure that I was continuing with this collection, and that collection is the Lightning collection, just because I'd kind of fallen behind on it. They were coming out with so many releases, and they also increased the price at MSRP. I think it went from like $22-ish, maybe less at Walmart and Target, to like $25-ish. And that just seems like a lot for a figure. So I picked up a few that were on clearance, which GameStop has their clearance 50% off right now. So these were all about $11 each. Got In Space Black, the SPD A Squad Red, In Space Pink, and of course I am not an inbox collector, so I'm perfectly fine with just tossing these on the chair because I don't care about the box condition. I'm going to open them eventually. Dino Charge Green, and I got the 2-pack, which is going to have another Pink Ranger that I'm going to end up selling to recoup some money because it had the Zeo Pink Ranger. That one was a little bit more expensive, but still about $11-ish per figure. Found only one Star Wars book for the collection. We're circling in on a complete Legends Star Wars paperback collection. Got The Approaching Storm, which is a prequel. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, so got some stuff at the flea markets, which at the time I was like, am I keeping these? Am I selling them? Some of them I'm keeping because not really worth it. And sometimes you just pick something up at the flea market because you're wondering, like, is this the only thing I'm going to find? And then you start having a better day and you're just like, oh, why did I purchase that? Like Caesar's Palace on the PS1. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this, and at any point in my life, I could have went into my game exchange and bought this for $5, so it's not really worth it. Also from that flea market, SimCity Creator, which I think I've had and got rid of, and now I have again because I think at one point I had too many SimCity games on the DS and they were just like very samey. So I was like, why do I have these? And I got rid of both, and now I have one, I guess. Dead or Alive 3, which I wanted to pick up because I do like the Dead or Alive fighting franchise. And I recently picked up another game from the Dead or Alive franchise that I realized I already put away. Dead or Alive for the PS1. I got this at the flea market for, I think it worked its way out to like $20, so it's a decent discount. It wasn't, flea market prices, but definitely had to pick that up. And I think I'm circling in on all the Dead or Alive games. I think I want to pick up the PlayStation 2 Dead or Alive Hardcore. And then after that, it gets into like the more current consoles like PS3 and Xbox 360, and I don't know. SSX On Tour for the PSP. It's missing the manual, but I picked it up for like $1, I think it was. Here's one game that I really wanted to add to the collection. I haven't even taken the stickers off. I paid $6 for Jet Moto. This was the one I had as a kid. I really wanted to get it back in the collection. Absolutely love this game. Very fun racing game. A lot of cool tricks you can play. And this was kind of before games really paid attention to when you did a trick. Like, when you get into like the SSX games, it's just like, oh, it's all about like, oh, you did a trick, you got points. In Jet Moto, you could do like a backflip, some sort of somersault, a twist in the air, a 360, and the game didn't care. You just did it, You did it because it was cool. It was all about racing. But you could do tricks, and I always thought that was really cool. A game that I didn't realize came to the Game Boy Color, Cruisin' Exotica. Probably not that great, but I appreciate Tony selling me his his Cruisin' Exotica, if that is your real name, Tony. A few more games here, two of which I got from the Unknown Video Game Hunter as part of a trade or purchase. I think it was part of the purchase part. Got F-Zero X, which I feel like I picked up before, but I don't have it on my shelf. We'll need to try and find the box for this eventually, because I'm trying not to have any loose carts for my N64 collection, just because it's gross. That's just the best way I can put it, is gross. And then a game that I wasn't 100% sure if I'm keeping. I'm keeping it for now at the very least, because theoretically, like, everybody always is speculating that they're going to put out the trilogy on the Switch. And I'd rather have it on the Switch, obviously. But we have Metroid Prime, the version with the bonus disc for Echoes. So I decided to keep one of those. I got a few of these from Unknown Video Game Hunter. It's so hard not saying his real name. If you're watching this, which I know you probably are, it's so hard not saying your real name when I'm talking about you. Alright, and the last two items I have to show you are items that I got from game stores. One of them was from GameStop. You would have seen it in a short already. But Golden Sun Dark Dawn, $15. This is like a $30 to $40 game. Is this the best Golden Sun game? Hell no, from what I've heard. But I figured if I'm going to collect that series, which I think I have the other two already, I might want to have this if I enjoyed them. And the last game is also a little bit iffy, but Game Exchange was slipping on this one. They had this for some reason on their shelf for $11.99. It was their second cheapest Switch game on their shelf, behind like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Collector's Edition. Has the, I don't know what these are, the little cardboard cutouts, complete. I ended up having this on the 3DS. I got rid of that version, so now I have it on the Switch. It's iffy to me because I like the art style. but I hated Legend of Legacy, which was the game that came before this. So I'm not 100% sure if I'll actually like this, but until I give it a try, it's going to be on my shelf. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. I hope that's a little bit of a explaining for you. Hopefully, I can actually get this video edited and on YouTube in some sort of timely fashion. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.